Hey, welcome to EPN. My name is Victor Lucas. We bring you the latest in everything cool every single day. It is the last day of E3 2016, so we thought we would wrap up with some of our favorite moments from the show. Let's get started with the rundown. There were dozens of new games announced at E3, but the one that has me the most excited right now is the new God of War. It's the first game in the series built for the PS4 and focuses on an older version of Kratos who's traveled to Scandinavia and is now the father of a young boy. Unlike the previous games, which were steeped in Greek mythology, this one is inspired by Norse mythology, complete with trolls, dragons, and other fearsome creatures. The camera system has also been redesigned to make the player feel closer to Kratos, which better suits the more emotional direction that the game is going in. Kratos will spend the entire game with his son as his companion, which creative director Cory Barlog says will bring out a different side of the character that's more dramatic and sympathetic. But don't worry, all the fun and fighting will be back as well.
I think throughout the franchise we have always been very good at making you feel anger and frustration and tension and fear.
Yeah.
But the sense of connection, the idea of rooting for him, the idea of feeling bad for him, is unusual, I think, of what we've done in the franchise. I want to do that. That would be amazing.
God of War doesn't have a release date yet, but hopefully we'll be playing it in the next year or two. Another new game for the PS4 that has us very excited is the post-apocalyptic zombie survival game Days Gone. Yes, I know there are already a million post-apocalyptic zombie survival games out there, but this one looks like it could be better than all of them. First of all, there are way more zombies on screen, and they move in as swarms similar to recent films like World War Z, which means you can easily get outflanked and surrounded. Days Gone is open world and has a bleak Last of Us style vibe. Star Wars The Force Unleashed lead actor Sam Witwer stars as a former bounty hunter struggling to survive. We bumped into Sam on the E3 show floor and asked him about how the tone of the game and his character help set them apart.
If Force Unleashed was kind of Errol Flynn, Star Wars High Adventure, this, the gentleman over there, John Garvin, will continually direct me to not be presentation, to be very, very bare and stripped down, because that's sort of one of the themes of the game, is that the world has been cannibalized. It's things have really gone wrong, and that the characters should feel as barren as the landscapes in some way. While at the same time, the adrenaline of the circumstance and all the danger, that's what brings the charge into the character. So you see this shell of a man walking around, but then these extraordinary things happen, and it really makes him lively. But it's a very different type of performance than you would get out of some high adventure Errol Flynn 1940s Star Wars thing.
I guess bleak is better. Like God of War, we don't have a release date yet for Days Gone, but we've never been so anxious to start the apocalypse. Nintendo only really had one big game at E3, but it was worth it. I was able to play The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild at Nintendo's massive E3 booth, and it really is everything fans are expecting. Unlike some of the recent Zelda games, this one is truly open world with no loading, and the map is not broken up into sections. This creates an immersive sense of freedom, and the game is laid out so that players can decide which dungeons and objectives they want to tackle and in what order. This hasn't happened since the original Zelda game for the NES. The art style is also very cool, blending familiar Zelda visuals with something that looks like a Studio Ghibli animated film. The demo I got was way too short, so I can't wait to play more when Breath of the Wild hits the Wii U and the NX in early 2017. You can watch my first impressions video of the game by clicking the link on your screen or in the description below. Microsoft unveiled a slimmer Xbox One S and some brand new controllers, but that's not the coolest thing they showed us. The thing for Microsoft that got us the most pumped is Gears of War 4. I got to try out the single-player campaign for the first time here at E3, and it does a great job of bringing the fun and violence of Gears into a new console generation. It's good to know that the visuals have improved a bit since the beta test that took place earlier this year, and we can't wait to get the final version of the game in our hands this October. We also made a first impressions video of Gears. You know what to do. All right, that's it for the rundown today. We've got to split to check out some more cool games before the show closes, so make sure you keep it locked to our channels. We've got more from E3 and a brand new rundown coming for you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Hey, thanks for checking out that video on our EPN channel. It's just one small part of the things that we make around here. So if you liked it, don't forget to check out some of our other vids and hit that subscribe button.